California Coastal Cleanup Day here in beautiful Pacifica, Fog City. It's living up to its name today, but a very beautiful day, warm. Thank you for everybody for coming out. And we have over here our Earth hero of the this year, the nudibranch, something I had to learn about this year, sea slugs that live here along our coast are part of the ecosystem. And this is our dry run for our Fog Fest next weekend. And the team's doing a wonderful job. It reminds me of the dragons that you see in parades. A great job.
What noise does the nudibranch make?
Yeah, what noise does the nudibranch make? They're very quiet.
Okay,
Very quiet.
Let's hang it up again.
All right, well, while they're hanging that up, please gather around. If you, please, feel free to come over this way so I don't have to turn my back and you get a beautiful view. So come on over here. And other people will be coming to return their stuff. So feel free to come around here, check out our naturalists and our booth setup that we have for today. It's a very special, unique day for us here in Pacifica, where we kind of celebrate as well all the great work that we do up in the coast to educate people on trash and the impact. Oh, hey, good job, everybody. And learn about our environment, learn about our coast, and of course contribute and volunteer with our efforts up and down the coast. And we have a handful of people that are going to be speaking today who are great supporters of California, of our coast, and the Pacific Beach Coalition. And with that, I'm going to have Lynn Adams, our president, kick everything off. Lynn. All right.
Well, first of all, I just think everybody should learn about these little guys, right? This isn't so little, but the ones out there are about like this. Okay, 1/2 inch to 1 inch, 2.5 inches probably tops. And on the front, which is up there, we have the 2 rhinophores that are hanging out. Those are antennas, kind of sensing prey, predators, food, mates, whatever they want, they can sense that. Okay, on the back, we have the naked lungs. Which is where they get their name, nudibranchs, right? So the naked lungs, they breathe outside of their body. This little guy has serrata all over the place, okay? And they take in, and they eat. Let me just look at this. Anthony, can you hand me that? They have little spikes on the back that are called serrata. And as they eat their predators, which are hydroids, and little plankton and animals, they take the poison stingers from that and they put it into the tips of their serrata and they shoot it out when they're attacked. Okay? And we have dorids that have the naked lungs on the outside. And they are brightly colored and they take those poisons and put them in the gel or the kind of lubricant on the outside of their skin. Brightly color themselves and say, I'm not good to eat. Here I am. You see me, but you don't want to eat me. And they use the hydrozoid and all of the toxins from there on their skin. So let's give a hand to our honoree of the year, the nudibranch. Volunteers, I want to thank you for joining us today. I invite you over to come over and hang out with us. This is what we dedicate our work to, the nudibranch. We pledge to learn about it and teach about it. Without further ado, I'm going to be back. But without further ado, I want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to thank our political people that are so awesome to join us and learn about our program, but also to share what you're doing. In the house we have, and I'm going to have you hold your hand out, we have Nicholas Hargis from Congresswoman Anna Eshu's office. We have Anthony Ushida from Senator Becker's office. We have Elise Lester from Mark Berman's office, Assemblyman. We have Ray Mueller, our Board of Supervisor for our district. We have Tiger Big Stick, Mayor of Pacifica. We have Christine Bowles, City Council. And soon to join us, I'm sure, is Mary Bear. We have Bob Palacio, our Parks, Beaches, and Recreation Director. We have board members, Pete DeJarnette, Anthony Luxton, Jim Fithian. We have Anna Garcia, myself, and we also have, and I'm going to turn the mic over to him, the head of the California Coastal Commission. I'll let you say your name. But he has organized all of the California Coastal Commission Coastal Cleanup Day. And that's his job. He's education person, Eben Schwartz, good friend of Pacific Beach Coalition.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm Eben Schwartz with the California Coastal Commission. Thank you to all the volunteers that have been out here today working so hard. It's beautiful, and I'm so happy to see you here on the first of what's going to be many cleanups happening all around the state today and next Saturday and throughout the month of September. This is our 39th annual California Coastal Cleanup Day. We've been doing this since 1985. And the theme this year is You're Bigger Than You Think. It's kind of a strange theme, and I want to explain it a little bit because it can refer to the impact that we all have on our environment for sure. But Coastal Cleanup Day is about community. It's about our collective impact. You may just be one person out here working for a few hours to clean up a bucket of trash, but you're one of hundreds at this beach. You're one of thousands across San Mateo County, and you're one of tens of thousands taking part in this same activity all across the state on just a single month. Over the course of that time, all of you collectively are going to remove more than 1 million pounds of trash from our environment. So you are bigger than you think because it takes a community to have the impact that we all have over the course of September on our beaches and inland shorelines. It takes a collective impact to change what used to be a dumping ground into this treasure of San Mateo County that it is today. It takes a community like the Pacific Beach Coalition to actually change a city to become a destination for, what was it, hundreds of zip codes, Lynn just told me, from all around the state just this year. It is incredible what we can do together. And I am so, so proud of the impact that Pacific Beach Coalition has had and that all of the cleanup volunteers will have over the course of this month. So thank you on behalf of the Coastal Commission. I just want to say thank you to all of you for being here and for helping to protect our coast and ocean. So thanks, and I'll turn it back over.
All right, excellent. Such a great supporter. Thank you, Evan. And we do have a great, community here as well up and down the coast. And with that, I want to introduce a local resident, but also someone you may recognize, Gianna Franco from CBS Morning Show, Channel 5 and 12. I believe I got that right. Please come up and say a few words.
Hi, good morning. First off, I am a community member, and I take great pride. Pacifica is in my heart. I raised my family here. I've been here for at least 15 years. Ooh, I get music with my presentation as well. Look at that. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. I'm so impressed to see how much the community shows up for something like this. And it's not just residents of Pacifica. Learning that there were people coming from Pleasanton, just talking to people today. There's been people in the past coming from out of state to support our wonderful community and, of course, to keep the beaches and the ocean clean. I have the privilege and honor of being able to share those stories in my job as a news anchor at CBS News Bay Area. So I love these moments. And if anyone ever has these opportunities, let me know, because I really want to make sure the community is aware of all the great things we do here in our town, as well as what other people can do to support this. I brought my kids today. We were out there cleaning up trash bright and early, because again, this is my backyard and it's where I raised my family. So I am impressed with everyone who showed up, really proud of what we're doing. And thank you so much to the Pacific Beach Coalition for all that they do. And let's see, hopefully hopefully more and more people out here doing the same thing. So nice to meet you all, and join us in the mornings on CBS.
Excellent, fantastic. My curse of height, I always have to adjust a microphone. All right, and next up we have Nicholas Hargis. Hope I pronounced that name right. From Anna Eshoo, U.S. Congresswoman, Anna Eshoo's office. Come on up, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Congresswoman Eshoo and her office, I'd like to say thank you to Pacific Beach Coalition for inviting us to participate today. I'm happy to report that I got a can, a bag of dog poop, and 2 cigarettes this morning. If you look at the numbers of our plastic pollution, they're really frightening. We really are bigger than we think. In 2020, the world produced 335 million tons of plastic, and 90% of that comes from fossil fuels. That figure is going to triple by 2050. Congresswoman Eshoo believes in holding the plastic industry accountable by making them create a recycling industry and reimbursing us for being conservationists, and by banning single-use plastics. But it's not just plastic. You all have seen it today. It's cans, it's cigarette butts. So we're bigger than we think in everything that we do. Today, we're seeing the demonstration effect in practice. When surfers are out there in the water, when beachgoers and dog walkers see us picking up trash, we're showing them what it's like to be a world citizen. This is what we need to be doing every day. So thank you very much, Pacific Beach Coalition, for having us today. And they have these every month, right? Every week. All right, keep it up. Thank you.
Excellent. Always good to see all the great support that we have here. And next up, we have from Senator Josh Becker's office, Anthony Yoshid. Come on up. Excellent. Thanks, Joyce.
I'll call it up in a minute. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to keep this brief. Senator Becker wishes he could be here today, and he's a much better speaker than I am. But as a Pacifica resident, I am just immensely proud that at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning, when you could be in bed sleeping or playing video games, doing whatever you want, that there are kids here, the Boy Scouts are here. I saw families with their young children walking the beach picking up buckets of trash. And not to brag, but my bucket was the most filled when I turned it in. But the work that the Pacific Beach Coalition is doing is immensely important. In middle school, at IBL here in Pacifica, I would come out and help the Pacific Beach Coalition so I could get a few extra credit points. But now, working with the state legislature, you see just how important this work is. It's not just picking up a couple cans of Coke that someone threw out. It's, saving the environment. Which is especially important to Senator Becker's office. We are actually just sending a few bills to the governor's desk that work to invest in clean energy across the state. But the work here, this is tangible. You could see it. You could pick it up with your own hands and see how you're benefiting your community and the coast. And I will end it there. But I did want to call Lynn up. We do have a certificate for the Pacifica Beach Coalition celebrating 2023 Coastal Cleanup Day.
Oh, excellent.
Woo! Awesome. You got it. I'll give you even better.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get a picture after.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Great. Fantastic. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for everything. Thanks for the good-sized bucket and trash. He was here bright and early. It was great. And then next up, we have Assemblymember Mark Berman. We have Elise Lester. Come on up. Excellent. Support keeps coming.
All right. Let me move this down. No, it's okay. We got it. Thank you all so much for being here. It is such an honor to be here as a field representative for Assemblymember Mark Berman. And I want to thank Lynn and Anthony and Jim and the Pacific Beach Coalition for organizing the 27th Coastal Cleanup Day. The impact of 27 years of beach cleanups is absolutely incredible and immeasurable. And it is our hope and the Assembly members' hope that we are able to continue the work that you are doing here on the ground by passing effective legislation that properly addresses the issue of climate change. In the last few years, Assemblymember Berman has authored a number of bills specifically targeted at combating contributors to climate change. AB 841, to name one, would have authorized the Commission to consult with the State Air Resources Board to include a roadmap to estimate the reductions in emissions of greenhouse gases and criteria air pollutants. Unfortunately, that bill was held in Senate Appropriations, but the Assembly member remains motivated to develop and pass legislation that creates the framework to properly address air pollutants and work towards electrification. Excuse me. The Assembly member also voted yes for SB 253 and SB 261. These were big climate accountability bills and were huge priorities for many environmental groups and essentially require big companies to publicly report their GHG emissions. So the Assembly member remains steadfast on his pro-climate stance and will continue his work with the goal of climate accountability and working towards a more sustainable future. His work is largely inspired by groups like the Pacific Beach Coalition, and as a staffer, I also find myself personally inspired by your efforts. Because while I'm not in Pacifica for work, you'll probably find me here at Lindamar or Rockaway Beach surfing. And as someone who has loved and made memories in Pacifica beaches and at Pacifica beaches for many years, it cannot be understated how important the work of the Pacific Beach Coalition is to me personally as well. So it is with great personal appreciation that I'm able to recognize the Pacific Beach Coalition on the behalf of Assemblymember Mark Berman. Thank you so much for your focus, drive, and passion towards conservation, habitat restoration, and preserving the environment. Awesome. There you go. Yeah, of course. Wow. Yes, of course. Thank you for having me. Oh, yes, of course.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. That's excellent. Love the support and recognition, and hopefully you get some surfing in later today. It's pretty good out there. All right, and next up we have from San Mateo County Board of Supervisors, Ray Mueller, great supporter of our coast. Thank you so much. Excellent.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you here today. You know, one of the things that I have to say that I find so beautiful about today and about every day that I see Pacifica Beach Coalition out here is it's you see renewal of our beaches. You see that taking place where you see people out cleaning the beach, obviously, and spending that time bringing it back to its pristine condition. But you also see a renewal of generations. You see all these students out here every week, and they're taking that legacy with them from 26 years of building that culture of being stewards of our coastline, being stewards of the environment. And that's really, it's, you know, we talk, every time we talk about Beach Cleanup Day, we talk about all the thousands of pounds of trash that get taken up off the beaches. But what we also have is we have thousands of minutes. We have thousands of hours where our community is out and they're going ahead and they're focusing on that right thing, and we're building those habits and we're building that for the next generation. And all these students who are out here doing this, all those people who are doing it, they bring that with them past that moment that they're on the beach picking up that piece of trash to those other decisions they make, so that one day they stand in my position, or they stand in Congresswoman Eshu's position, and they make that right decision. And I am so grateful to the Pacific Beach Coalition for all the work that you do, for that impact that you make, that obviously impacts the beach, our beaches immediately, but impacts our greater community. And because of that, the County of San Mateo has a resolution today honoring the Pacifica Beach Coalition, signed by all the Board of Supervisors. And it really, I always feel like when I give these out that it's a beautiful thing to have come from the board, but it also feels so understated because it's a piece of paper. And and it's really the actions that matter, and we're here and we're with you and we're behind you. So thank you.
Wow, fantastic. Yeah, I love the point about the youth out here. Our youth program, for those of you who don't know, really kicked off out of the pandemic. Children didn't have stuff to do, and they got themselves together. They organized themselves. That's completely born out of our youth program, and it is just striving today. It's I think we got over 100 youth now in our program. It's really going well. And up next, representing from the city, we have some great people here today. I'll call up, how about Tiger and Christine as well. And Bob, you want to come up? And Mary, want to come up as well? Come on up from the city of Pacifica. Come on up. Great supporters of Pacific Beach Coalition. Awesome, thank you. You want to kick off? You kick it off, sir. Mayor, I can do that.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm inspired to have lawmakers way above me who are doing amazing work to hopefully facilitate a circumstance in which we never have to do this again, because everyone does what they should do, takes personal responsibility for their own stuff, and it doesn't make it this far. In the meantime, here are our representatives representing all that work that is being done on our behalf. I appreciate, as Ray said, that you offer that script and it's a nice offering, and you wonder for a moment, what does it mean? And so I brought a proclamation in April for Earth Day, and I decided, well, rather than add to that stack of papers, I wanted to take that time. I wanted to make sure that I took every moment I could to do some cleaning today. And not add to the stack, not because it's not valuable, not because it's not a nice indicator, but because what matters is the work we're all putting in. I counted about 276 cigarette butts this morning. Don't clap for that. That's horrible that I collected 276 cigarette butts this morning. Right. And what's worse, I'm looking over at my partner collecting next to me, and his bucket is even more filled with the things than mine. And if I'm at 276 and his is overflowing, and that's between two people. And I know, blessed well, each and every one of you were collecting those things along with all the other larger pieces and smaller pieces and everything that if we weren't here today would wind up in our ocean. And as I'm participating in this exercise, I'm thinking to myself, how disheartening that I am filling my bucket this admirably. How disheartening that I'm counting these many cigarette butts. And it left me with this sense. There was this, I don't know if it was a computer or a small refrigerator or some major small appliance. And I'm with the guys, and they're like, yeah, we're not sure if we should collect that. And I'm like, no, we should be collecting that. It's a thing that clearly shouldn't be there. It just became a makeshift de facto garbage can, for lack of a garbage can, and yes, we need to get that thing out of that parking lot over in Manor. And I had this kind of a sensibility in my mind as I then drove over, because it's time to participate in this part of the event. And as I'm coming over, I'm seeing all of the people not just cleaning up on the path over the hill, but doing weeding. And really taking care of this trail in an amazing way. And it's not just trash we're picking up. We're also creating a space where we all want to enjoy and live. And as a participant in this community, that filled my heart with a lot of joy that picking up everybody else's trash because they were too irresponsible to pick up their own was kind of siphoning off. So, those people exist, but so do we. And we're here hand in hand doing the work and trying to educate those who maybe haven't figured out yet what personal responsibility fully entails for the sake of our common community. But we're doing that education work, and in the meantime, showing by example the work that needs to be done, that we can all have this community that is pleasant to live in, and one which ultimately doesn't translate into our part of the ocean, making life worse for people down the road. So seeing the bags of trash, while on the one hand are partly disheartening, on the other hand, it's all our community bringing all that in so it doesn't wind up out there. And at the end of the day, what a beautiful amount of work our community is doing together to make sure we're cool and that those who haven't gotten the message yet are learning at their pace. Thank you all for being here. And I've said more than enough. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Coastal Beach Coalition. And with that, I don't know if my colleagues wanted to say anything.
Look at this, man.
It's a good haul,
You got a
dude.
surfboard leash?
Yes.
Oh,
Great.
nice.
Okay, let's check
Oh,
it
you
out.
found my surfboard leash.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I've been looking for that.
Oh, it's broken, man. I guess we'll have to trash it.
Yeah.
I can come help you surf.
And then look, I got asphalt too.
Beer can in there.
And I want to thank the organizers, and I want to thank you for joining us. And I want to invite us to sit down at a table and to think about, how can we work together? How can we bring this program that we're doing, that other people are doing, bring it to everyone? Because every location, and I've said this every year, deserves a team of people that love it, that take care of it. And every individual deserves an opportunity to go out and be an Earth hero. And that's not going to happen of its own accord. It needs purpose. It needs organization. And we have the wherewithal. We have the money. There is lots of money out there. We've got to channel it. And we got to make this something that is not just one day, right? Earth Day and Coastal? No. Monthly. Weekly. Whenever. Okay? I want to invite the public to participate, and I want to invite you to share our Butt Blitz program, right? Go out and pick up cigarette butts before the winter rains. Okay? In the last 3 years, we've collected 142,000 cigarette butts for the Butt Blitz.
Doing the work. I want to tag on to something that our mayor and I think Mary was talking about. No, actually, Christine was talking about. This means a ton to us. Everybody, it really means a lot to us that all of you are here and that you're spreading the word. And like our mayor was talking about, it's been a movement, you know. One person sees this, many fewer people are littering, more people are picking up. It's making a massive change, and we really appreciate all of your support. It hasn't always been like that. It's like that now, and we really support it. So thank you.